for the past few months na nandito sa Senado, pagka humingi siya ng tulong, for instance, sa akin, ito, tutukan itong isang panukalang batas na ito, maipasa, etc. We would be spending and burning midnight oils, literally, here in the Senate. Siguro kahit tanungin niyo po yung mga nag-i-stay dito, yung ating ating elevator girl, na pag nakikita kami, mag-overtime na naman ba kami? So, yun po, for me, madali ho yung naging decision because result-oriented po tayo eh. At the end of the day, you look at the accomplishments of the Senate during his tenure, marami ho talagang naipasa. And at the same time, yung respeto niya sa ating mga senador. Yun lang pag-file kanina, di ba, ng bills, binigyan niyan equal treatment lahat ng senador, bago ka man or luma.
Sir, when you say he has the numbers, more than 13 na,
I think so. I cannot divulge exact numbers, but I can only speak for myself and those that I have talked to, which I cannot divulge yung names nila. And they told me that they are supporting.
It's a super majority.
Hindi ko masasabi po yan. I cannot say that at this point in time.
Sir, meron daw kasi inaalok ka pa din yung support.
Oh, sorry. I don't hear anything. Kapalit. Alam nyo, if every time may mga pag-uusap tungkol sa leadership change, etc., it's just but natural to talk about who would get this and that, consultation with the majority, who do you want to head this particular committee and all, di ba? May mga alliances yan eh, may mga grupo-grupo, so it's just but natural. We've been here for quite a long time.
Sir, will you be reinstated as the majority?
I cannot say that. Only the members of the majority can elect the majority leader and other positions.
Will you accept it if they elect you, sir?
I saw the interview of Senator Cayetano where you particularly asked that question, and I'm humbled, I'm honored, and siguro maganda ring sagot yun doon sa maraming naligaw na tupa doon sa nagtanong sa akin si Senator Amy. Lagi akong natatanong talaga sa plenaryo, no, tungkol sa rules. So yung sinabi ni Senator Alan na logical, nakakataba ng puso at nakaka-humble. And I think I also know my worth in the Senate floor, kaya okay sa akin either or ang importante sa akin kasi ma-push ko, and that's the reason why I'm here today itong mga bills na priority measures that I wanted to pass. I only have 3 years left as a member of the Senate, and I don't intend to run anymore in public office. Okay.
Confident and definite na si Senate President Escudero na.
I am confident because I've talked to at least majority of the senators. So I can say that, but of course, every day is another day. Hindi ko masabi kung magbabagong isip yung mga nakausap ko, but as far as I'm concerned, dun sa mga nakausap ko, 13 mahigit na yung nakausap ko na they are in. Well, we are all in talks. Ganyan talaga, kahit nga hindi mo kasama naboboto kay SP Soto, nakausap ko, SP Cheese, nakausap ko rin. So, alam mo na 'yon eh, kasi that's how it works, madam. You talk to each other, may mga iba na ayaw, may mga gusto, may ibang gustong interesado rin, di ba? So ang point ko lang is, as far as I'm concerned, isa mga nakausap ko the past 2-3 weeks, meron ng mayorya, but to say that come voting day, they have the same decision, it's not for me to decide. Kaya ako nasasabi na personally, I think tama yung mga naririnig natin na information that as of today, at this point in time, I think Senator Escudero enjoys the support of the majority of the members of the incoming 20th Congress.
Nagpapaikot din ba kayo ng resolution o
Hindi po,
nagpapapirma?
Hindi po.
Hindi kailangan?
Hindi po ako nagpapaikot.
Pero ano yun, hindi ba yun kailangan para talagang yung commitment mapanghawakan?
Yes and no, but
Pero-
I think at the end of the day, yung sinasabi kong the day in itself na botohan, pwedeng magbago, di ba? So, hindi ko ma-ensure na sa araw ng pagboboto at pagtatalaga ng Senate President, parehong pangalan pa rin yung babanggitin nung mga nakausap kong senador. But as far as I'm concerned, the past 3 weeks, I've spoken to at least 13 members who actually told me na they are in support.
Pero the past 9 years ninyo dito, nagkaroon ng pirmahan talaga sa Senate
Yeah,
presidency.
dati, I'll give you an example. Dati, ang uso parang nasa isang papel lahat nakapirma, di ba? Tapos titignan mo kung sino yung nakapirma. But yung lately, yung huling nakita ko before we were removed as I wasn't removed. I resigned as a majority leader. Parang one pager each, 'di ba?
Ngayon ba walang pangangailangan na gawin yan? Or do you intend to do that?
Hindi naman kasi ako tumatakbong Senate President kaya siguro wala akong intention banggitin kung anong mas prefer ko.
Sir, kayo po ba ang nag-gather ng votes for SPGs?
Hindi naman.
Kayo ang nandito, sir?
Hindi naman, but I think most, if not all, of the members, current members of the Senate, knew very well na itong mga nakaraan, kayo nga, pati nga kayo nalilito eh. Akala nyo, madyo pa ako eh. Kasi nandun pa rin ako, nagtatagal, spend more time on the floor, pati pagtulong doon sa pagpasa ng mga batas bago matapos yung 19th Congress. So I think alam ng lahat na I enjoy working with Senator Escudero as well.
Sir, ano naman yung nakikita nyo na parang, kasi sabi ni Senator Tito Soto, open daw siya maging minority leader. How do you feel?
Lahat ng posibilidad po pwedeng mangyari. At if Senator Soto would go for the minority leadership, I think he would be a very effective minority leader. Para po sa akin, at the end of the day, yun nga, pagdating ng botohan, at uulitin ko, yung hindi bumoto doon sa nanalong Senate President, sila po yung nasa minorya. At hindi ibig sabihin na ikaw ay nasa minorya o oposisyon sa Senado, hindi ibig sabihin oposisyon ka sa administrasyon. So yun, magandang maintindihan din ng taong bayan.
So what happens now to the seatmates? Di ba magkakasama kayo doon?
Madami sa amin, mas majority sa amin ang nakita nyo naman majority sa amin are working side by side with the current Senate President nitong last few months ng ating 19th Congress.
Sir, bakit kayo nag-decide na siya yung supporter? Di ba siya yung dahilan kaya kayo napatasok namin?
Hindi ko tinitingnan yung ganong huling phrase mo na siyang dahilan na napatalsik. Kasi una, hindi naman ako napatalsik. Nag-resign po ako. Pangalawa, tinitignan natin lagi yung performance. Tinitignan din natin lagi yung kung saan mo maipupush yung iyong mga adhikain at advokasya sa susunod na kongreso. Kagaya na lang, for example, ng issue on open BICAM. Ever since ang Senado, sa pagkakaalam ko, ang Senado, ever since has been very keen and passionate in ensuring that there is transparency, not just in budget deliberations, but also for all the measures that we are passing. So, hindi ko alam saan nanggagaling yun. Biglang may nagsasuggest, but it's been there at hindi naman nawawala po yun. Laging invited ang members of the media at any Tom, Dick, or Harry can actually attend our hearings and BICAM conferences. And again, hindi lang po sa budget, kundi sa bawat panukalang batas na aming tinatalakay dito sa Senado.
Sir, paano yung di ba majority, minority? Saan tatayo yung independent kung na sinasabi nila Senator Risa na if ever, Baka sila yung magiging independent.
Well, yun yung intricacy sometimes of the setup of an institution like the Senate. Kung hindi siya bumoto doon sa Senate President, tapos hindi din siya boboto doon sa Minority Leader, then parang nasa gray area siya, and ang pinakamadaling sabihin, independent itong bloke na ito. But at the end of the day, you only need the majority and the members of the minority. So if the independent will not allow themselves to be part of the majority or get committees, then it's also their choice. But most of the time, sa dami ho ng committees at kakaunti yung miyembro ng Senado, most of the time talagang nabibigyan po lahat. If you recall, minority leader, deputy minority leader, humahawak ng mga major committees.
So, sir, kapag ka independent yung isang senator, may chance, may risk na hindi mabigyan ng committee chairmanship?
Usually, ang nangyayari is dahil wala kang binotong minority leader or Senate President, ang usual na nangyayari talaga is hindi ka mapaprioritize to whatever committee you are gunning for. But I think that's natural.
Pero, sir,
For sample purposes, yung minority, kasi ngayon po ang pinag-uusapan is,
Yeah.
kanina po kasi may press con si Senator Risa na alam niyang wala siyang numbers for minority leader post, and then si Tito Sen naman po ang nagsabi naman ay willing naman po siyang maging minority leader. Ano ba yung kahalagahan ng minority leader?
Napakahalaga ng miyembro ng minority, ng oposisyon dito sa Senado. I was once a member of the minority in the House of Reps. Nakita ko yung value and importance of double, triple checking every bill, every measure, including the processes that we are implementing here in the Senate. Yan yung talagang bumabantay at sinisiguro kasi at the end of the day, ang gusto nating lahat, whether you are a member of the minority or the majority, ay masiguro na yung batas na ating ipapasa ay na-check ng husto, na-anticipate ang bawat anggulo na po pwedeng mangyari, mga senaryo kung saan itong batas na ito ay talagang mai-implement, ang batas na ito ay sound and constitutional, at masiguro na makikinabang dito ang taong bayan. So napakahalaga po niyan. Para po sa akin, yung mga past minority leaders natin, Senator Frank Drilon, Senator Coco Pimentel, Senator Ralph Recto, talagang saludo tayo dyan sa tatlong naging minority leader na yan, na hindi pumapayag yan na ipapasa lang ang batas ng ganun na lamang. Talagang they will make sure na may thumbprint ng oposisyon at ng minorya yung bawat panukala na lumalabas dito sa Senado.
sir, speaking of committee chairmanships, may mga nag-request na ba? May mga napagbigyan na ba dito? Kasi usually may iba-iba yung pronouncement ng mga senators. May gusto pareho sa basic education. Paano i-resolve to, sir?
Yan po ay talagang natural sapagkat everyone would have some overlaps when it overlapping requests, and inaayos po yan ng liderato once ma-elect na ang ating Senate President. So I don't think I am in a position to say what is going to happen or who is fitted, or siguro yung personal choices ko I can mention, 'di ba? Sa education, makita mo naman kung sino yung mga talagang nandyan sa education advocacy. Agriculture, nakita mo naman din kung sino yung merong masidhing pagnanais na pangunahan itong Committee on Agriculture and things like that. But at the end of the day, it is still the members of the majority who would decide kung sino yung makakakuha nitong mga committees po na ito.
Sir, sa priority bills nyo lang, sir, hindi kasama yung legislated wage hike. Will you push for it?
I am pushing for it, but for me, mas important po sa akin kasi yung Living Wage Act dahil ang nilalayon nitong panukalang batas na ito ay maiakma yung minimum wage po natin na itinatalaga ng mga regional wage boards. Masiguro natin na ito'y makatarungan, sapat po doon sa pamantayan ng pamumuhay ng ating mga manggagawa. I have nothing against increasing itong mga sa minimum wage na inire-report out ng ating mga regional wage boards. In fact, I wanted to strengthen our regional wage boards. I wanted to make sure that they are using the right data. Kasi if you recall, in so many instances here in the Senate, lagi nating tinatanong yung basihan, di ba? And then pag yung basihan, yung nakikita natin, minsan hindi pareho yung basihan ng isang regional wage board doon sa kabilang regional wage boards. We are also aware na hindi naman po pwedeng pantay-pantay yung sinusweldo ng isang manggagawa na nandoon sa far-flung areas na kulang ang kanilang infrastruktura, kulang ang mga negosyante o locators, for example, doon sa kanilang lugar. Kaya talagang mas mababa. But if we have a universal formula as to how we are going to compute itong mga pagtaas ng ating sweldo ng ating mga manggagawa, for me, ang pinakamahalaga ay gamitin itong living wage as a basis para po itaas yung sweldo ng ating manggagawa. Yes, ma'am.
Sen, last na, for soundbite lang din po, Mary Mon Reyes from One News. Ano lang po yung masasabi nyo kaya sa pagrolyo ng impeachment? Ngayong bukas na talaga yung 20th Congress. Inaasahan nyo po ba na may bloodbath o bubble bath lang din po talaga?
Una, gusto ko laging sabihin sa ating mga kababayan na maging mapagmasid, maging matalino sa pag-assess ng mga information. Napakadami yung fake news, no? Kahit na napakaklaro ng order na hindi dinidismiss, pilit pa rin sinasabing dinidismiss. Napakaklaro ng order na habang pinapasagot ang Kamara de Representantes, pinapasagot din po yung defendant. Noong June 23, huling araw nung pagsusumite ng answer ayon sa ating Rules of Procedure on Impeachment Trials, naghain na po yung at nagsumite yung grupo ni Vice President Sara Duterte at yung kanyang legal team, yung kanilang answer, yung tinatawag na ad cotellam bilang tugon po dun sa articles of impeachment. Noon naman pong Biyernes, June 27, nagsumite naman po yung House Prosecution Panel ng kanila pong reply doon sa answer ni VP Sara Duterte. Today, earlier this morning, we have received from the Senate Clerk of Court yung distributed copies of the documents to the senator judges. So itong panahon pong ito, bago pa man magsimula ng opisyal ang ating ika-20th Congress, meron na po kami ng mga dokumento at mga pwedeng gawin na aralin na mga isinumite po sa amin. Ang para sa akin lang po, sa ating mga kasamahan dito sa Senado, and you and I know very well from day one that I have been calling for senator judges na conduct themselves as senator judges talaga, di ba? So, yun yung importante po, wala tayong kilingan, kasi whatever the decision will be, I also believe na mas importante na yung tama yung proseso, tama po yung pag-assess at pag-implement at pagtugon namin dito sa impeachment proceedings rather than doon sa whether dismissal or acquittal. Yun ang tingin ko na mas importante. Walang kinikilingan at wala pong pinapaboran. Para po sa akin, and I can speak for myself, ang magiging basehan ng ating boto ay pagpresenta ng ebidensya dito sa impeachment court. Ma'am?
Senator, sa isang interview po kay Senator-elect Panfilo Lacson, sinabi po niya na nakakatawa daw po ang posisyon ng ilang mga senador natin dahil sa hindi daw po ata akma ng ang isang senator judge ay mag-propose ng dismissal. Lalo pa po parang lumalabas na impeachment trial na ayaw mag-trial. So, dinagdag pa po dito, ilang po mga legal luminaries kagaya po ni na Dean Aquino ng San Beda, nag-raise po sila ng possibility na in case daw po na tumungo doon sa dismissal ang magiging aksyon ng ilang mga senador at sakali pong mangyari daw to, magre-raise daw po sila ng kaso like yung dereliction of duty and graft and corruption. Paano niyo po ito haharapin? And ano po yung inyong what are your thoughts on this?
Ginagalang ko at nirerespeto ang posisyon at opinion ng ating mentor din, Senator Ping Lacson, who will be part of the 20th Congress. While I'll also respect the opinions of other senator judges, that is their position. I can only speak for myself. Ang position ko ay nasa talaan ng record ng Senado. Sa simula pa lamang na ito ay maging motion, I objected to it. Because we are not in a court, we are conducting ourselves as a legislative body. At nung na-convene yung court, inobjectan ko po ulit at nandun pa rin po sa talaan ng ating records yung aking objection. And also because stating the fact that the provision of the Constitution is very clear that our job is to try. And we try, and when we're trying itong impeachment as an impeachment court, that's the only time we would decide whether to dismiss or acquit. So yun po yung aking position.
Parang sinagot na rin ni Senator. So, ibig sabihin, pag may kapwa-senador na tumayo para mag-file ng motion to dismiss the articles of impeachment, you'll vote
Nimfay, you have
against
known me for quite a long time, and I've been consistent with my my position. In fact, nung lumabas nga yung spliced video against me at marami nagsasalita, hindi po alam ng taong bayan na kausap ko po kayo dun sa gilid. Kaya nung sinasabing may tinatago, paano kayang tinatago? Kausap ko yung media nun. In fact, noong nag-motion, kayong members of the media na nandun sa left side, nagtinginan kayo sa akin dahil sinabi ko sa inyo that I will object if there will be a motion. And true enough, few seconds, tumayo po ako to object. Hindi po ba? So I'll be saying that I will be consistent with my position.
Sir, kasi kung hindi man senador ang mag-file ng motion to dismiss, yun yung laman ng answer ni VP dun sa kanyang answer to the impeachment court summons. So, ang sabi ni Atty. Tonggol kasi, yun daw yung unang i-decide ng impeachment court.
Hindi siya pwedeng magsabi kung ano yung unang i-decide ng impeachment court. Hindi nga siya miyembro ng impeachment court, no? Bilang senator judge. Para sa akin, napakahalaga na wag tayong padili-dali, wag tayong conclude right away because there is a trial going on. And we will decide as a court. There might be some decisions on the part of the court na maaring hindi ako agree, but the majority of the members ng as senator judges would go against my decisions, and I will respect that because isa lang ako sa miyembro ng korte.
So, bilang bihasa kayo sa rules, ano ba ang proseso? Di ba, nag-file sila ng answer to the impeachment court summons and then may reply ang Kamara. So, pag nag-convene ng impeachment court, trial na. Hindi nyo na itatakal yung kung ano man yung laman ng answer o kung ano man yung laman ng answer. Sa trial proper na siya.
Ang una siguro for me, nakikita ko, and again, this is subject to change all the time kasi kung merong akong iniisip na babanggitin ko sa inyo na tingin ko ito yung uunahin, but then someone rises and move to deliberate or tackle something else, at may majority vote siya, siyempre mauuna yan, no? So, for me, para sa akin, importante talaga yung ginawa ng impeachment court na i-issue yung una, wala ba talaga na 1-year ban. Can you imagine if we make a decision, for example lang, hypothetical, nag-decision ang court na i-convict. Kunyari lang, nag-decision na i-convict. And then all of a sudden, the Supreme Court came up with a decision na sabihin ng Supreme Court, unconstitutional because dun sa 1-year ban alone. For example lang, what's gonna happen? What would happen is, we will decide as a court on whether or not we would submit to the decision of the Supreme Court. Di ba? Ganon din yung nangyari dun sa corona impeachment. So, importante na dun pa lang yung House makapag maiklaro ito dahil usual lagi na dinidiscuss in any deliberations nga, not even in courts yung jurisdiction, di ba? Number 2, para sa akin, napakahalaga na yung 20th Congress makapag-elect ng kanilang prosecutors. Dahil yung 19th Congress prosecutors, nag-end na yung kanilang karakter bilang prosecutor ngayong June 30. Not a lawyer, but I think it's very clear. Yung dalawa nga, di ba, hindi po nanalo. So, I don't think they will be part of the 20th Congress prosecution team. So, yun po, kailangang dahil I'm sure kung hindi po yun ikaklaro ng House, I'm sure, kahit iklaro yun ng House, i-raise sigurado yun ng defense team ng Vice Presidente.
Sir, sa inyo, hindi dapat i-entertain yung any motion to dismiss, dapat proceed with the trial after na ma-comply ng House yung order.
Yes, for me, I don't know if it is still vague to some individuals yung provision ng Constitution, yung initiation, exclusive sa House, trial, exclusive sa Senate. For me, parang napaka-clear nun. We need to have a trial.
At yun nga mga kababayan, anong masasabi niyo sa balitang ito? Maaring ihayag ang inyong opinyon at kuro-kuro sa comment section sa ibaba. Huwag din kalimutang mag-like, mag-subscribe at mag-share sa bidyong ito. Maraming salamat sa panonood.